What are they doing? What are they doing?
They're breaking. It looks
They're
like they
trying
might
to break
be doing
into the
damage
Justice
to the
Center.
Justice Center.
Stand by. We're in the show.
They got one.
Good evening. Yeah, it's deteriorated here at the Justice Center very quickly. We've got two groups of protesters that have now come together, and you can hear them trying to break into the Justice Center. They're throwing things at the windows. There's graffiti on the windows. You can see someone inside rolling up a blind or a shade, and people, it looks like there's people inside in a black hoodie and a black mask. It looks like they've gotten into the Justice Center there. You can see through the windows right there. People are yelling. They're trying to smash it with, it looks like they've broken the glass. Can you see that right there? Right over that graffiti with an expletive. Sorry about that, folks. There's a lot of that out here right now. The crowd is getting pretty riled up. As I said, the conditions here for this protest have gone downhill fast. It was pretty peaceful except for some graffiti earlier in the night, just an hour ago. Now people are rushing inside the Justice Center. People are mobbing the building. There are police on a megaphone right now telling them to get out. There are people inside. It looks like that Portland police are behind us in some sort of vehicle talking right now over the megaphone. An unlawful gathering, that's what they're calling it, and asking people to disperse. But boy, that Justice Center is just getting trashed right now. They're throwing things inside. They're destroying it. You can see them breaking more windows. This is the worst I've ever seen the protest get here in Portland. I have saw the Target get broken into and protest pass and a flare thrown inside, but it wasn't quite this bad. This is basically a mob scene, and it's turning into a riot down here. People are really, really riled up, of course, over the death of George Floyd, but it's turned into something else. We were at a peaceful protest earlier in the evening at Peninsula Park. People were very respectful there, all wearing masks, all social distancing and listening to speakers. And then the marches happened. They started marching from Peninsula Park down to the Justice Center where people were already camped out. And there's a certain element in the group that likes to get physical, likes to do this kind of thing. We see this at a lot of protests in town, and it's just really exploded tonight. You can see people running through the Justice Center in bandanas. I can hear a helicopter overhead, and I can hear police behind us with a megaphone. I don't know if they're going to deploy some less lethal measures here. That's what we've seen in the past. I can't hear the police very well on their megaphone. It doesn't appear that a lot of people are dispersing. I heard a pop over there. It sounded like something breaking. We know that people were on the metal scaffolding earlier. They've gotten off of that, but we did hear them pull down some metal from somewhere, and I think they use that to break the windows there inside the Justice Center. And we hear people chanting now. There are hundreds of people here in the street here near Main and 3rd, Main and 4th, and they are standing down what looks like police now, although I don't see them in their typical riot gear in the numbers we typically see. We have a lot of people who are very angry. A lot of people are very passionate. We also have a lot of people who are very destructive right now. I'm going to try to follow my photographer here so we don't lose each other in this mob. We have some chanting behind us. And the road is blocked off here. It's been blocked off for a couple nights now with people who are impromptu camping on this scene. I'm going to stop talking here for a second and so you can hear the chants. It's very loud out here. Take a listen.
George Floyd!
again, I've covered many protests in Portland here, and this is one of the larger and more destructive events I've seen. I did cover protests back in 2016 and 2017 after the presidential election that got pretty crazy. There's some vandalism and things there. And this is a much different mood. This is a very, very different mood than it was then. Each protest is different. It all has a different feeling. But this is definitely a very agitated crowd. We see people with what looks like poles and weapons. We're running now, trying to get out of the way. Make sure we're not going to get steamrolled here by what's going on. We have people moving forward in a giant group. We want to make sure that we are safe while we capture these images for you. You can see people are moving past this tape that they put up earlier. There's some cars moving through here too, which can be kind of dangerous for the people on the ground and for people in the cars. It looks like a traffic mess and a snarl down here too. People tend to be, when they're on the march, they tend to get a little bit destructive, and that's when